There is no way in fucking hell you have 700,000 CDs. When it comes to storage, everyone knows the rule of 3-2-1. That's 3 copies of your data across 2 different media types with at least one of them kept off site. But do the LMG staff practice what they preach? Acronis sponsored this video and provided a license to their Acronis Cyber Protect home office software so we could find out who the biggest data hoarder at LMG is and if their data is really safe, if they're really doing it properly.
I have 2 of the 2 terabyte 2.5 drive, 1 4 terabyte 2.5 drive, 1 3.5 external drive for 5 terabyte.
You said so many numbers because you were saying the size of the drive. This is impossible to like
You have five terabyte drives or 6 terabyte? 2 5, so you have 10 terabytes.
I had a NAS.
Oh, we got more.
It was like a 2-bay one. Now I just like upgraded to like a 4-bay one, add another 12 terabyte in there. So that's like 48 terabyte. But I have like 1 drive that's in parity.
So that NAS is 4 12 terabyte drives, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 36 usable.
It was mainly for all the photo I took and all the client project or my personal project and screw project. But they're not full right now because I just recently upgraded to the 4-bay drive. Because I just recently upgraded it, so like the current setup is the setup I want. But for those external drive, I would really prefer just to have like them all in one.
So Andy, you have a bunch of external drives before, right? He's a Mac user.
Explains so much.
That's a fun way to say, never mind. So you're a Mac user, you used to have a bunch of external drives like in a dock, right? I'm assuming you're using like a toaster.
So you've sort of been just progressing over the years of you got this 2-bay and then you get another 2-bay.
Awfulness, and then he finally bought a 4-bay.
And then he gets a 4-bay.
And now he's moving everything into it, okay.
No, not really. It's like, what's a backup? Like those hard drive, like external hard drives, I usually don't plug them in, so they're kind of like a cold backup.
It's not a cold backup, they bit rot, Andy.
You gotta keep them going all the time.
And you have to check the data that's on them.
I will cry and cry hard.
Your backup strategy is that you will cry if you lose it.
He's mean to future Andy, honestly.
Hey, this doesn't look like Mac, Andy, this is Windows. You have you're bilingual. Yes, you are. Wow, that is a very full 5 terabyte.
Now that's hoarding. You fill up the whole thing until you have no swap space left. All right. And it implodes.
A cloud is your NAS, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got 31 terabytes usable.
It's actually pretty
respectable. Oh my god, all of these external drives. Is there photo? Oh yeah, there is photos.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Wait, a hub, you say? Oh my god.
Oh, it is a toaster.
Yeah, there's a NAS,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
is that a little...
Nice cable management.
That?
It's a TP-Link.
Is that 2.5 gig? 2.5. Whoa, look at you. Does the NAS actually have 2.5 gig? Yeah. Wow. Okay, so you've got two 5 terabyte drives that are entirely separate now. You've got, oh my god. Are these NVMe SSDs? What the hell?
These look like inventory items to me.
So they're all just hooked up to your Thunderbolt dock? What is this, Andy? Oh,
so
man.
this is like the type of hoarder who's got
like,
garbage all over
genuinely...
every room.
Oh yeah.
And I prefer the type of hoarder who takes all their garbage and just puts it in one big off pile in the middle of their living room.
Yeah. Andy, you have a problem.
Yeah, this is a problem. You need to consolidate this.
He's working on it.
Okay.
Okay. Is the plan to take everything put on the NAS?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I did.
Are you gonna get rid of the other things?
No, then he'll have more space to put stuff back onto them. Think of your kids.
I think this is, he's like a 6.
Yeah. I don't know what the scale is.
I have just about 23 terabytes on the main NAS and then a couple other terabytes here and there on other drives.
Now we're talking.
It's not super full because I mostly use it for game capture while I'm streaming, but it's probably like 5 or 6 terabytes at this point. So I got this NAS as part of my Intel upgrade setup. It was an old PC that I kind of transplanted it into it. I've actually switched a little bit of what was seen in the video. It's now like a Windows system. It's not Unraid.
Gotta love running your storage on Windows.
I have some backup stuff, so if it's something that I'm really worried about losing or I really don't want to replay, I'll put it to cloud storage. I pay for the extra storage on Google.
I do that too.
You mean you do things properly?
I would replay all the games, baby. You know, who needs to deal with your backlog when you can replay the games you've already played?
It sounds like he's using this as like a memory bank for all the games that he's played. So yeah, that would be kind of sad to lose that.
Especially as it's, you know, high quality recordings of old vintage games that nobody's probably ever played before, like, I don't know, Mario
never
or
played Mario.
Castlevania. It could be some of Mario.
Another thing that I would really change is that it's actually a water-cooled system.
Oh God.
The NAS is water cooled?
Yeah. Water and data usually don't mix too well.
It's a NAS. It doesn't need to be. All it really does is NVENC on the GPU, and so...
It's kind of cool. It sounds like his NAS is also like his streaming PC.
I think it's in his encoding or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it's doing the streaming and the recording, which is pretty cool, actually.
Double duty is a good idea, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Is this Taryn's desk? Jesus. This is a roasting viewer setups video now.
We've got a Nintendo 64. Sorry.
This is where the magic happens.
There's a lot of game Oh, there we go. It is under the desk. You're right. Wow, look at all those.
This is all my hard drives.
I think under my recommendation, he bought a proper HBA, which is cool, rather than just plugging into like SATA ports.
That's a good recommendation.
Hold on, this game
10 gen
is holding up the reservoir. Look at the tube.
This is so beautifully jank.
The funny thing is, it doesn't look like any water is moving in here.
The idea is I can play games while streaming, while recording the footage, so I can do just 17 birds with 1.3 stones.
Pretty controlled chaos, I would say.
This is an extremely reasonable amount of chaos. But the nice thing is he's done the garbage pile in the living room.
Yeah.
But it's not like a garbage pile. Like, this is the type of hoarding where you just have too many knickknacks. And you've got all your shelves and they just got crap all over them. And you're like, no, I can't throw out this vintage Mrs. Buttersworth. I might like to look at it in 5 years. Not that I'm gonna sell it.
And unwater cool it. And if you're not gonna unwater cool it, don't have it sitting like on a game, like kinking the tube. I like it. I'm gonna give you a 7, David.
This is pleasant. Yeah, that was enjoyable.
It's at least contained.
In terms of storage, I have 20 hard drives, roughly about 2 terabytes each.
Just 20 hard drives? Holy sh!
And then there's 3 more that are like varying sizes of 5, 4, and 8 terabytes. They're all populated because they're my backups. Collectively, it's about 82.5-ish terabytes. And then on top of that, I have hundreds of tapes. Oh, and then I have a 5-bay NAS populated with 8 terabyte drives. Altogether, it's around 127-ish terabytes. So I'm kind of old.
Mark, you're kind of old.
Back in the day, I shot everything on tape, and you know it made more sense because hard drives were more expensive, so it made sense just to shoot on the tape and have it on the tape. Degradation wasn't that bad, especially with digital video. Before working here, I worked doing wedding videos for about 10 years, and that's all the videos I've ever
this is hoarding.
Recorded.
I'm not sure
Hundreds of terabytes of someone else's wedding. No, we used to also keep previous clients' footage because sometimes they'd be like, oh, hey, we didn't actually want to pay for a cut of this, but we've decided, and do you still have it? We would like to pay you more money. And sometimes it can be a godsend. 127 terabytes is an unnecessary quantity of terabytes.
Is it unnecessary?
Yeah, because he's not storing Linux ISOs.
Right.
He's storing other people's weddings.
Not to throw shade at Drobo, but I kind of wish I didn't go with the Drobo.
What's Drobo?
I was going to ask you that.
Does anybody know what Drobo is?
Dropbox?
Okay, cool.
It was Thunderbolt 2, and
Oh, they're Mac-specific things, yeah.
Oh, he didn't even mention. I forgot. He's a Mac guy.
I went with the Drobo setup because I had a whole bunch of random disks, not like equal size, and I wanted redundancy, and that just was not an option with the standard NAS.
Yeah, is it just in a pile in the middle of his living room? Like, I hope. Not bags.
So offsite, no. That was something I wanted to look into, but now that I've moved out of the wedding industry, it just isn't really an issue. I think it's only ever come up once that I needed to get footage again for past couple.
Oh, see, I told you, it does happen, right?
One time. How many weddings did this guy shoot? If he's got,
I don't know,
hundreds of tapes.
I mean, he probably got so much dopamine saving the day that he's never gonna delete any of this.
But TLDR, he should.
Oh
He
yeah,
should
just
delete
burn it. Put it in your yard.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal now.
He even
but,
admits it's not a big deal if he lost it.
I'd be sad.
He'd be sad
Aw.
though. Yeah.
I'd be more upset if I lost the videotapes, to be honest, which is part of the reason why I'm working on backing everything up. I actually bought a VCR too to back up all of my old VHS tapes from way back in the day. It's a damn good VCR too. Dan's dad helped me fix it, so I shouldn't say help me fix it. He fixed it for me.
Is your dad like a VCR repairman?
Yeah, he ran a shop for years and years. He was one of the first color
Replacing
TV engineers.
VCRs.
Yeah, fixing them.
That was a liberal estimate, actually. 127. Like I mentioned, it could be close to like half a petabyte.
Half a petabyte? What?
If I really like want to convert everything, which I haven't yet, because I also have CDs too. I just didn't want to bring up, you know, my pirating kind of prowess back.
I mean,
in
how
the-
much does a CD hold?
735 megabibbles.
100 terabytes.
I want to
times
see his plastic bags of
1,000
CDs
gigs.
now.
So we're talking, you know,
1,000
half a
CDs.
million gigabytes. You said how many?
730 megs.
You're talking 700,000 CDs. There is no way in f***ing hell you have 700,000 CDs to make up. Okay, sorry. Let me deduct a little bit here. Let's start with like 380
That's a lot of plastic
terabytes times 1,000.
Oh my god.
Still a lot. You need a warehouse to fill these CDs. Mark yourself full of. Even if I have more data somehow, I don't know if I can compete with half a petabyte of CDs, but if I have more data, I think Mark still wins because it's just a pure chaos. Look at all these. Look at this 2
100?
terabyte.
No, that said gigabyte. Okay, I'm not impressed anymore. No, it's
I
just
don't
called
know
a
what this
T7
is.
old hard drive.
It's a 5 terabyte, a 4 terabyte, a 6 terabyte,
For sure. That
70
one's
terabyte.
70 terabytes.
That must be his NAS.
That's the Drobo.
Oh my god. Wow, he does have like 20 hard drives. I like that he like 3D printed holders for them. Or did you buy those? I don't know.
That's a NAS. Yeah, that's probably the Drobo, maybe? I don't know.
I'm just so...
Oh,
Okay, that's not even that many! It's like 3 bins, and they're like flat bins.
That's nice.
I think Mark was misleading us a little bit.
I want to see the 500 plastic bags full of loose DVDs.
On my main NAS, I have 64 terabytes of storage, and I'm using just shy of 40 terabytes of it. As a general rule, I store absolutely nothing on the individual computers in the house because that's how you lose data. Oh, absolutely. Right now, I have pretty much no SSD acceleration. It's basically all mechanical.
That can be okay. Like my Unraid setup is purely just hard drives. There is cache drives, but I just use them for like storing VMs. It's kind of a weird perspective because he could like basically just have whatever he wants. And instead he chose not only hard drives, but they're like the Seagate archive ones. So they're shingled drives. Yeah, not great.
I also had some regrets before because I didn't have a fast enough processor to handle transcoding movies while also putting in closed captions, which is apparently like single thread limited. So I got my hands after I built it on a 9990XE. Massive shout out Puget Systems. That's a really unique CPU. Okay, my backup story is a little
broken.
complicated. I do have a backup. I don't know exactly where it is, and it's super out of date. It's really bad. I'm not practicing what I preach when it comes to my personal data, but the issue is I was gonna have Jake help me back it up to the office.
So this is all your fault.
Oh no,
We're gonna
he's
fix
admitting
it, darn it.
his
Isn't
fault.
that part of this project?
Good.
Yeah, we're building a target, so I will.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm solving it by greenlighting this video. If I lost everything tomorrow, first I'd cry. I actually would, and that's, yeah. You know what? Oh my God, my backup stuff. So I even took home our old IOSafe fireproof NAS, but then I ran into some issue with the drives that I was putting it into, because really it's the photos.
NAS.
It's all about the family photos, and a ton of it I have in Google Drive or in Google Photos.
Right, he uses Plex to sync his phone's photos back to his NAS. And like that's how he stores them.
So has he not heard of like Sync Tracer or like Sync Thing or one of those?
Like Google Photos.
Or Dropbox or like...
But it's like sporadic, right? Like it's not organized. The one place I have definitely absolutely everything is my NAS. And so I wanted to put everything on the fireproof NAS, but then I ran into some issue with that too, and I've just been, it's like the mechanic with a crappy car, you know? Sometimes I don't feel motivated to fix my own tech stuff.
He would cry, yeah.
I mean, yeah, most people would, unless it's, you know, you don't want to lose hundreds of weddings. Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually like pretty, I want this case, damn it, he's the one that has it.
What is the case?
This is like a Norco 24 bay case, and I've been trying to find one, you just can't.
That's nice.
They have awful backplanes, it's not that nice actually, but it's
That's
just
bad.
it's like a cheap way to do it. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sweet setup.
So I guess this answers the question of how much storage you have, because we're looking at it. Looks like you've got 2?
No, that's work.
That's users.
That's one.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like you've got about 84 terabytes?
Usable.
Something like that? Usable.
So
that's pretty impressive.
I think, oh yeah, array of 11 devices, what the f? What?
So does your case allow for 11, or
No,
like,
no,
what are you
no,
doing,
no, no.
man?
This is a 12, it's a 12K. Like I haven't touched the drives in my NAS.
Okay, so
like
Jake is the first one to have failures on camera setting up for...
But it's not a failure, it's like it's not even in the array.
It's not even been detected.
So it'd be 104 terabytes, right? And then plus the other 8 terabytes.
He's just trying to beat Mark
missing.
now.
So that'd be 112 terabytes.
That's pretty good.
In my NAS.
That's pretty good. And your utilization is like at acceptable levels for a hoarder, I would say.
I'm using like 50 terabytes.
What do you use your main NAS for?
Well,
besides all the Linux CDs.
There's a few Linux ISOs.
Yeah.
I back up all the other systems in my house, which is only 2 systems.
Yeah,
But because I have so much storage, I can just...
It's just rolling backups? Like, is it all constant?
I think I have like 60 days worth of backups.
That's pretty good.
Per system.
That's pretty good.
I'm like Linus. I'm ethical about my Linux ISOs. I pay for the subscription Linux ISOs.
You pay for Ubuntu when...
I pay for Ubuntu. I pay for CentOS. I pay for Mint. A lot of it, honestly, is kind of redundant data that I don't need.
Well, that's what hoarding is all about.
I will admit, I have far too much data and far too much storage than I should have. You know?
Yeah.
I back up to my home NAS, and I also back up to Backblaze V2.
Okay.
It costs me like 20 or 30 bucks a month, but I know that it's like safe there, and it's also at home, and it's also on the Origin, so it's in like 3 different places. It's in like Montreal, like Kentucky, and Vancouver.
So you've gone one step further between 2 on-site, 1 off-site. You've also gone like 2 off-site, but in different countries.
Yeah.
That's pretty critical. Looks like you got some Unify equipment there too? Older Unify?
Very older? It's a brand new. That's the 2.5 gig switch at the top.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's quite nice.
8-port one.
And then you've got that nice little rack mount cache, and that looks nice too. What kind of GPU you got in there?
It's a 1660 Ti. That's for Linux ISO encoding.
I gotta score you. The problem is that you're doing things properly, and you have business-related, like, critical infrastructure as well.
It's a very small percentage of what's on there, but...
I don't know, 6 out of 10? 7 out of 10?
6!
6 out of 7?
What did we score Mark?
7.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Mark wins.
I think Mark wins. You're a close goddamn second. But the problem is that you've done a reasonable setup here. Instead of playing games, you run game servers, right? Yeah, Mark is definitely chaotic.
And that's what gives him the edge. As you can see, most of us don't have a proper backup solution. And that's where Acronis comes in. Their Acronis Cyber Protect for Business and Acronis Cyber Protect Home Office software makes protecting and cloning disks or copying data easy with premium services. Get up to 5 terabytes of cloud storage for your personal needs with Acronis. Unfortunately for us, we obviously have way more than 5 terabytes. So we're gonna point everyone to a server here at the office that's got quite a bit more storage. You're gonna start by opening Acronis, setting your destination target, then go to the backup tab and select it, and then hit backup now. If you've got anywhere close to as much data as we currently have, prepare for this to take days, particularly if you don't have at least gigabit on your home network. Acronis does more than just back all of this up, by the way. It offers cyber protection features, checks all of these files for any hidden infections, and it works with just about anything. That's macOS, Linux, and mobile devices. They're all supported. And Acronis is giving you a chance to try it out thanks to a 40% off discount on their Cyber Protect home office software when you use code Linus2022. Thanks, Acronis. It took a while, but here we are. A full offsite backup for the biggest hoarders at LMG. All 450 terabytes? Is that including Mark's half petabyte? A couple of the interviews didn't make it into the video, but we backed them up anyways. So if you want to see those, get subscribed to Floatplane for the full set. Now we just have to make sure the server doesn't catch fire again. Yes, thank you, Ploof. Very helpful. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to check out our other sponsored Acronis videos, like how to try Windows 11 safely. That was pretty cool, because I wrote it.